Flosstube, long time no see. Savannah here, and I thought it was time to do my WIP Parade. I have not stitched a single thing since September, but I do have a lot of stuff I did work on the rest of the year, so I figured I could still do a WIP Parade and show you everything that I have from, you know, especially if you go back and watch last year's WIP Parade, then you can kind of see a difference. I'm not even going to know the difference between the two unless I go back and watch. But anyways, today is December 7th. It's about 11:30 in the afternoon, so I got an hour before my daughter needs to get back on Zoom for school. So I thought I would get this in. A WIP Parade, if you don't know, is a work in progress parade. So for the Flosstube community, which is the cross stitching community on YouTube, usually around the end of the year or the beginning of the year, people like to show all the WIPs that they have been working on, and just to see the, you know, show the difference from the prior year kind of thing. I think I've done 2 in the past, 2 WIP parades. So this will be number 3 for me. I'm hoping in 2021 I can actually get back to stitching. I think I would really enjoy that. It just depends on how my knitting is going, like if I just want to knit more or if I really do want to stitch, which I have been thinking about it a lot lately. So we'll see. Anyways, no particular order. This is just all thrown on there. It's usually sitting in these 2 cubbies right here. I just threw it all on the couch so I could just start grabbing. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and pull this stack. Can I? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's heavy. Okay. So again, like I said, no particular order whatsoever, because I don't have them in order. I should put them in order from oldest to newest. I think this is actually my newest WIP right here, which I don't know if this will actually stay a WIP. I don't know if I want to keep it as one, but I need to put this on here and so I don't lose my note. Okay, so I might actually restart this one. I don't know. We'll see. This is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. This came out in the beginning of, well, right after the pandemic started. It was free at that time. It's hard to show with the light. Sorry, I probably just blocked my whole voice. That's as far as I got. I'm using DMC number 4. And this is a hand dyed by myself. This is just a border I put on so that I could use my Q-snap. I was doing 2/2 on 28 count. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't like doing 2/2 on 28 count. I like 1/1 on 28 count. So I might restart this in a different corner as 1/1. I want to keep it pretty monochromatic. I really like how the Long Dog Stitcher, she does a lot of her long dogs as monochromatic, so I kind of wanted to copy her. So yeah, again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I wasn't loving it when I was stitching on it, so we'll see. The next one doesn't even have a bag either. This one is Mend, the Hands-on Design Block Party Mend. This one I've had for a while, and I decided to start it last year. No, this year. Earlier this year. And I only got about that far. Again, this is a hand-dyed fabric by myself. I think it is... I think it's a 32 count. It could be a 28, but I have a feeling it's 32. I'm stitching it just 2/2 with the DMC called for colors. So yep, that's that one. What's this one? Is this one even Nope, that one's not even started. So this next one is the Lizzie Kate Halloween rules. So this is what it'll look like when complete. And this is where I am on it. This one is stitched on a 32 count mushroom Murano in mushroom, and I'm just doing that 2/2 with DMC colors. Yep. How the heck was this folded? Oh. Next one. This one should have been done already. This is where I kind of lost steam for cross stitching, and this one should have been done like all the way. So I got stuck on October, and these are the heart and hand square dances. So I need October, November, and December, and that would have been done. That's it, just these 3 left. But I lost steam. I couldn't stitch anymore. These are all, I have the whole series, and they're all in the 32 count vintage country mocha stitching with a mix of DMC and the whatever classic colorworks that I have in stash, and then whatever, and then I have this week's dye works as well. So just, picking and choosing what I have from stash. I really need to get this one done. Like I said, there's just those 3 months left, and then it's done. Next one was a pretty big one. My WIP list, or just, what I worked on this year. This one is called Natural Beauty 3, and it is designed by, well, the artwork is by Miss Tigri. You should go on her Instagram. She's got some really pretty work. But it was charted by Philanthropy Broderies. It is a French website where you can get her from, but just use Google Translate and you'll be able to figure out how to check out. You can buy her as a kit, which would come with this fancy fabric. What kind of floss is it? The Aura floss and the pattern. I didn't want to wait for it to come from France. B, didn't want to pay the price for it. So I hand dyed the fabric to look similar, but not perfectly. And then I converted all the Aura floss to DMC, which was a little tricky, but I did. I do have the conversion on my Instagram, which I'll link below. I think I have it in a stories where I have the conversion for DMC if you'd like to use it. But this is where I got to. I think this is the last thing I worked on before I stopped. I got to the back stitching. There's a lot of extra little tiny leaves in this area, but trying to count, they're tiny like this, trying to count, I was like, no. So I was just gonna back stitch to them and then fill them in, but I lost steam hard when I got to the back stitching part. So because look, that's a lot of the back stitches is willy wonky. And it's all up in here, and anyways, so I back stitched her eyes, her lips, and some in this area, but you cannot see that very well. So like I said, I lost steam, but she's almost done. She needs to be ironed. She's gonna be beautiful when she's finished though, and then I can hang her up. What's next? Got lots of things, lots and lots and lots. So this one is Needleworker Sampler by Brenda Gervais. it looks like that. I got the whole, no, I just got the pattern from Michelle Bendy Stitch on a D-stash, and I bought all the called for flosses and even the Valdani, which I don't think they are that fancy. But I got all the weeks minus one. I missed one, so I'm just substituting DMC for that. And I am stitching this guy on my first time using 40 count linen. So this is 40 count Dublin or doubloon. It's a Newcastle linen. So it looks like, so that is where that needs to get out of there. Oh, everything is so wrinkled, and my lighting. That is where I am. So I messed up on this little guy right here. I just have to remember to not count off of this area. I gotta figure it out. I should have probably written myself a note so that I would remember. So this is 2/1, 2/2, 1/2 on 40 count. Her little needle is 1/1, but because it's so tiny, I only did 10 stitches, like just half stitches, and you can't even tell. That is how tiny it is. So yeah, this is my first time with 40 count. It's not terrible. It does take a minute to get accustomed, but it's not terrible. I'm sorry about my lighting not being so great with this one. Let's get this back in there. This one isn't started. This guy. This one is My Ode to Mary by Dames of the Needle. That is what it looks like. It is for Mary, Queen of Scots. It's kind of like a, it's not a, it's just a representation of Mary and her life. So let me fold that back. This is what I have. Whoa. It's about 3 pages worth, because this top part is 1 page. This is 1 page, so that's another page. And again, it's having a hard time with everything being so wrinkly. So it's a mixture of 2/2 and 1/1 and some tent stitching as well. It's a lot. There's like 1/1 and tent stitching in this lion. There's her cipher. These flowers are 1/1 and tent stitch mix. Clouds are all 1/1 tent stitch. Yep. It's a lot. And then there's Mary, my needle minder. Shoot. I forget where this needle minder comes from. I know it's a I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm like, I know it's a certain person because I got a lot of her needle minders. I want more of the royal family. Like, I'd love all the Tudor wives in that as well, but this is what I have so far. I'm not going to turn it into that needle roll. I think I'll just leave it as a long skinny piece. Honestly, if I would have thought about it harder before I started it, because this is a 28 count Lugana, I think. I don't know what the color is. I can't remember, but if I would have thought about it, I would have done it on a smaller size, like maybe a 36, and turned it into a drum when finished. I think this being on 28, I think that'd be too large to be a drum. I mean, it'd just be a really big drum, but it might be too big. So I don't know. Next is, this is the Cathedral Woods Goddess by Mirabiia. I started this a little while ago. I started this in honor of Lori Griffor. She passed away last November. unexpectedly, she gifted this to me. She was such a sweet lady in our community, and so I thought I would stitch this in her memory, but I did not get very far. That is all that I did. It's because I don't have all the Kranix needed for this. Oh, I dyed this fabric myself. This is a 32 count piece of linen. I don't know what kind of linen. It's not soft like Jobelin, so it's probably just a Belfast, a 32 count Belfast, and I hand dyed it myself. I do that a lot. Dye my own fabric. Okay, what's this one? This one is A Saviour's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler, Kitten Stitcher. I started this one with Sunshine Hev. We kind of started it together, but I think we're both like not working on it. I don't know, I haven't seen her progress in a while. Mine is being stitched on, this is a 28 count. This little slip here from my little, yeah, it's a 28 count Jobelin in lamb's wool. Like, I have this place here, a store here called Roost Stitchery, and it's mostly a quilting store. Like, that's pretty much what they like focus on, is quilting fabrics and quilting patterns and, you know, all that stuff. It's a beautiful store. They did have a, when I first discovered them, they did have a larger cross stitch section, but it has dwindled down quite a bit over the years. I haven't been in quite a while, actually. But I would go in and buy their fabric because they have like remnant bins, which usually have pretty big remnants. And so I would go and get what I could from them. So that's what their little slips would look like. Their little slips look like that. They'd fill that out. Anyway, so this is where I have gotten Heather, Sunshine Hev. She gifted me that, and I gifted her a matching project bag. I have all the called for colors in there, and that is where I'm at. I'm stitching this 1/1. 1/1 on 28 count. I really like this. I should pull this one out. Like, look at, that looks like so much fun to stitch on. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull out my stitching again, aren't I? That's hard, having hobbies that take up a lot of your time. It's really hard. Okay. I just want to put everything away so it's not, I mean, it's going to be a mess, but it won't be as big of a mess. Next one. I tried to plan my bags around the projects, but all the bags, most of these bags are made by me. Because that's how I do. This one, let's see if I have a cover photo for it. I should, but I don't know. Oh my goodness. This is a Russian pattern that I found on Etsy. I actually saw other people working on it on Instagram, and I went and got it. I don't have a cover picture. I'm sorry. So it is called Canada Compass. That's what it's called. It's in Russian. I can't give you the, I can show you this page. It's just the color keys. There's the information. It's all in Russian, but it is on Etsy. So if you just type in Canada Compass, it should come up. It's a big old compass, and then on the top half is a lot of like trees, like pine tree type stuff. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so that's the top. So I started in the middle, did that, and then worked my way down. And that is all I have. It's a lot of blend. Is it a lot of blends? One. No, there's only one blend, but there is a lot of stitching. It's almost full coverage stitching. I think it will be full coverage, like the whole thing pretty much. It's going to be really pretty though. So let's get this back in here. I'm sorry I don't have a cover picture. Oh, this fabric is a 32 count Belfast linen and it's called Toasted Almond. It's by Traditional Stitches, or at least from Traditional Stitches. I don't know, I was at D-Stash. I got this on a D-Stash. Next one. This one's from a D-Stash too. This one is called Northern Expression Needleworks Twisted Band Sampler. So I purchased the pattern and the floss from a D-Stash. So Northern Expressions Needleworks Twisted Band Sampler. And the floss that I got with this is fantastic. So I'll try to show you in the order that I am stitching this. I've showed it on previous Flosstube videos, but it's been a while. This is gonna be difficult to hold. So these are the colors I've already used. These are all silks. These are Thread Picker silks. And look, it's like almost like a pastel neon rainbow. Maybe if I hold it like that. I don't think these colors, these packs are available anymore. I wasn't able to find them when I looked them up earlier this year. But they're so soft. And I just love the color range. So I decided I wanted to, well, I was going to stitch it on black, but then I was told that I should probably stitch it on navy blue. So I did my best dyeing some like navy blue fabric. This is a 32 count, I believe, 32 count Belfast linen. I think I just bought this from like Hobby Lobby. And which way does this go? Okay, so it goes this way. And that is as far as I got. So there are specialty stitches in this, so that does slow me down a lot. Especially because it's on an angle, so it's not as easy to get into a rhythm. At least for me, it wasn't as easy to get into a rhythm with specialty stitches. But yeah, that's, I think, actually, I think that's just, I'll be honest, I don't know how many colors that is. If that's 2 or, like I have 4 colors pulled out. Oh, I just started the 4th color, so I barely started the 4th color. But they fade so well into each other that you can't even tell. It looks like just 2 colors are there. But according to this, because I'm only pulling them out as I need them. So, these guys, I got these on Amazon. It was like a 10-pack of these. I forget what they're called. Thread organizers? I don't know. It was a 10-pack of them. I think. I have quite a few of these. Got those on Amazon and they work well. So that is that project. About 40 minutes left. And I'm almost done with pile number 1. Next one. This one should be done as well. It should be done already. The last one came out in September and I just kaput, just couldn't. This one is called, what's it called? The Wonders of Space Sal. It was a Wonders of Space Sal by Climbing Goat Designs on Etsy. And that is where I am. I have 1 block left and I just couldn't do it. I need to get this finished, framed to put on my son's wall because he'll love this. As you can see, especially down there, it's the bed. It's there's like an S and a T. So I know what it says. I forget what it says, like, but what it does say is not something that I like love. Something about, you know, stuff being out there in space somewhere kind of thing. Something somewhere. It makes me think about aliens, and while that's a possibility, I don't put 100% of my, like, I don't want to say I don't believe in aliens, but it's hard for me to believe in aliens because, you know, I mean, it could be out there. Who knows? There's so much space. But the way that the wording is on this makes me think that if somebody reads that, they're going to think I believe in aliens. So I'll probably just leave it off. Like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I think I'll just leave it off because I kind of like it just like this. I mean, granted with the extra square. So Wonders of Space Sal by Climbing Goat Design. It is a finished Sal. I believe there's going to be a new Space Sal next year. I don't know if I probably won't participate. I'm not really a Sal person. This one was a good one though. That's not a whip. All right, last pile. Ooh, my leg. My leg, sorry. Okay, this guy. There's a Heaven Earth design. This one I'm a little bummed about. Like, a lot bummed about. So, this is Heaven and Earth Designs, Story Keep Pocahontas. The artwork is by Melanie Dellen. Charted by Heaven and Earth Design. So yeah, I started and got pretty far on it. And then the whole debacle of DMC 09 and 08. And this one is heavily covered in it. Heavily covered in it. Her hair and all this down there. So it doesn't blend as well, as you can see. Like, well, it's hard to show on the camera, but this bit right here does not blend as well. This is, I think that's about as wide as it gets. And that's about as big as it gets. So, to finish it or not to finish it, it was actually supposed to be a gift for a friend. It's kind of sucks that I got this far. And it's not like I can rip it out. I was hoping that I did not use that color very often, number 8 and number 9. I was hoping that I did not use it very often and that I'd be able to rip it out. But no, I think I finished color 8, all the stitches, and then I was finishing up color 9 in here. That's way too much to be ripping out. Because this is a 28 count, easy count, even weave, and all of these are 2 over 110 stitches. I know you can see through it, but those are way too, there's no ripping that out. So I don't know if this one's just gonna sit in this bag for a while until I have the desire to do whatever. That sucks, huh? That sucks. This guy. So this is a free pattern called, it's in French, it's Cerfs Oval. It means deer oval. So I don't have the whole picture with me, I just have this piece. It's free. I don't know how to tell you to find it because I don't even remember. I know I linked it in one of my old videos. You want to look at that real quick? So it looks like this on this side, and it's repeated on this side, and then it's repeated down here and there. So it's one big like oval and it's all repeated. I didn't know if I wanted to do that, so I was just going to do like half of it kind of thing. I'm not sure yet. My fabric is big enough to do the whole thing if I wanted to. This is a 28 count Monaco in white. And I'm stitching it 1/1 with DMC Étoile 8. $8.16. Is it gonna focus? Probably not. So it's just, you see the sparkle. Ooh. So yeah, just 1/1 DMC Étoile 8/16. And I was just gonna do half and then kind of like frame it like that. I don't know. I love how sparkly it is though. That's so pretty. Like, it's a good Christmas. It would be a good Christmas piece. I don't know, we'll see. Again, luckily I cut my fabric big enough, and, you know, so I could change my mind if I wanted to. I'm lazy with my stitching. I always try to find shortcuts to make it go faster. Next one. I don't even know the numbers, like I'm not keeping track. Maybe I'll edit it in, but that's a lot of editing. This one is another Russian one. This is from mybobbin.com. It's a PDF. It is called Cosmonaut. Cosmonaut. I don't have the cover page with me, so I can't show you, unfortunately. This is where I got. So there will be lots of back stitching. As you can see, this is the arm. Is it? Yeah, okay, so this little part right here in the middle is hard because it doesn't want to lay flat. That doesn't want to lay flat either. This is a knee, like he's got his knees bent and it comes back this way. This is his hand and his arm, and then the back side of his helmet. And it's a big circle with just a bunch of back stitching and stuff like that. He's just pretty much an astronaut, you know, cosmonaut. I was gonna do this one for my son. The background is all half stitches, and then the cosmonaut is full stitches. I had a little trouble with this guy. I think that's why I put him down. The color key was a little frustrating with some of the blends. There, I can't remember. There's a whole episode, not a whole episode, but there's a part back earlier this year where I talked in depth about what had happened. Something about getting mixed up because they didn't have like a DMC equivalent or something like that in Russia. So I don't know. It got all figured out though. What's this guy? Is this even one that I work on? Nope, that one has not been started. My unicorn! And then this one is in my labyrinth bag by, I think, Jen of, yep, Dark Side Bags. She made this guy. Came with this little crystal ball zipper pull, and I keep my unicorn in here. My unicorn is, oh, it's so hard to get out. From this, excuse me, from this very out of date Cross Stitch Collections magazine. This guy. So this magazine is from 2005, June 2005, issue 119. You don't know how long it took me to get my hands on this guy. But that one, let's see if I can get you a bigger picture. Yep, let's get that out of the way. It's called King Henry VIII. I'm calling it King Henry VIII Sampler because I have another King Henry and his wives, and that one's called King Henry's Wives Sampler or something like that. I can't see the camera. So yeah, that was so hard to get a hold of. I'm stitching this one on, what is this? This is a Picture This Plus sand. It's a 36 count linen in sand. It's a pretty color. And that is where I got. So this one is from the same person who did the Mary Queen of Scots. It's a wooden thing. So this is a Tudor rose. So you can see a Tudor rose. Yeah, I got almost the first page. So yeah, almost the first page finished. Kind of, sort of. I have to do the rest of the border. Have to add in half the castle. There's a lion, a little bit of King Henry, and then Jane Seymour's head. But that's Catherine of Aragon. I should really start stitching this again because I have ideas to put the Six, the musical. Every time I post this on Instagram on my stories, I'm gonna put their song per each lady, you know, because her song is called No Way. It's got Krynick in there. You can see the sparkle. So pretty. Yep, that is my unicorn. I must get this stitched on so I can hang this up. Get that back in there. This magazine just barely fits in the this project bag. Like I have to, oh my goodness. I have to bend it just slightly to get it past the zipper, and then it lays flat. But again, just barely. Okay. Next one. This is another Jen Dark Side bags. It's a Game of Thrones bag. No zipper pull on this one. This one is called Fire and Ice, and it's by Maria Brovko. It's been a while since I've had to say her name. So it's another Russian designer. This one is, oops. So this is Jen of Dark Side bags. Why doesn't my camera not want to focus? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. She's on Instagram as Dark Side bags. This is I don't know what kind of fabric this is. It's a linen. It's soft. I think it's a 32. It's really soft though, so I hand dyed it myself. Of course I did, right? And this is where I got John and Daenerys. Their little face. There's a lot of blends in this one. Like the background is half stitched in between the two, and that's all almost all blends. So this fabric is real flimsy, so it's hard to show. Plus it's like creased right there. I should crease it a different way, huh? We'll fold it in thirds this time. Give it a break. So yeah, there is. Okay, I'm working on this one this is a 36 count. Thankfully I wrote it down on my paper. It's a 36 count. Linen. Blends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's half stitches. So most of this page are blends, and then the rest on that are blends. There's so many blends in this. Next one is another Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm at 40 minutes already, jeez. Okay. This one I don't have very much on, but this is The Widow's Mite by James C. Christensen. I really like his artwork. So I have this here because I'm actually cropping out all that on that side and I'm cropping out a little bit more on this side. So it'll just be her and then these two old dudes. I was gonna just do her at first, but I think we'll put those, or I'm putting those guys in too, just to give it a little bit more context. Is that the right word? So I don't have anything on the bottom, so I can just show you the top. That is where I'm at. So it's a lot of black. Over here, I got most of her face done. So I started this as a 1/1. No, yes, 1/1 full crosses, and I was like, nah, not for me. So I switched over to 2/1 tent stitch, and it's going real nice. And then obviously using Pattern Keeper has been so wonderful. She's a little creepy because she doesn't have her eyes yet, but there's a lot of confetti in her eyeballs. So I've been, you know, I'd do this and then do a little bit of that, and then figured I'd do more here and then that. I actually think most of these colors are almost done. I just have a little bit more that'll go in her hand down here. I just didn't want to count. So yeah, that's that one. I really wish that I was fast at cross stitching like I was fast at knitting, so that I could actually have some of these things on my wall. This one's my oldest WIP. This one will probably never get done because it's just a lot of work. This is my Hyrule Light World map by Pixel Comfort on Etsy. It's only black and white, sorry, but it's in color and in the stitching. Lord of the Rings is, not Lord of the Rings, what am I thinking? Zelda. Link to the Past is my favorite Nintendo game of all time. The Link's Awakening on Nintendo Switch is very similar, and I absolutely loved playing it. I'm not finished. I have like, I'm on the second to the last boss, you know, for the whole game, and I stopped playing because I don't think I wanted it to end. Plus it was a little bit more challenging. You know, you get close to the end. So there is where I'm at. I don't know if my phone's gonna stop recording. I hope not. That is where I'm at, and I still have the whole top row to finish. It's gonna be several years before this gets done. This is an 18 count, 16 count Ada in oatmeal, and it's a giant piece. Keep my eye on that timer. I have a feeling it's gonna cut out. Better not. Okay, I'm not gonna package anything then. Save on time. This bag is by Cheryl, Tranquil Stitches. She made this for me with a little cute charm zipper pull. This one is a lavender and lace. It's called Grandmother Fairy. Her colors are just fantastic. I think she's beautiful. This is where I'm at. I have almost the whole bottom half of her skirt finished. Just need to do the ruffles at the bottom, and then I can move my way up. So ruffles at the bottom, and then I can work my way up. This is I want to say this is a 28 count Jobelin, 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin. Yeah, Jobelin's I think my favorite linen because it's thicker, but softer. It's not as thick as Lugana, but it is more substantial than Belfast. Okay. Oh. Next, little llama bag. It's a envelope type bag. Tutorials by DoNa, the Twisted Stitcher. Is that correct? Ooh, this one is. I don't have a picture of it. I don't have a picture, it's upstairs. But this is my Chatelaine. I did sell my other Chatelaine earlier this year, so this is the only one I have now. I know, can you believe it? I sold a Chatelaine. That's okay though. This is the one I have. This is the one I liked better of the two. This one is called the Irish Mandala. Look at that. It's so pretty. I mean, I could even just finish up what's here and leave it, but I like what's next because it's castles on every side, so I want to get to those castles. All of this will be beaded in here. Beads, beads. So yeah, this is what the border looks like. I just need to finish the border, right? And then I don't have actually all the call for threads. That's why I didn't get very much further into this, because I was actually going to keep going in that bottom section. But I don't have all of the threads yet. One day, when stitching becomes a thing for me again. This one is, this one's 3 eagles. Black and white picture, unfortunately. This is 3 eagles. This one's very difficult to find on the internet, but if you type in 3 eagles Nez Pierce, oh, I can't remember. Or if you type in 3 eagles Native American and then cross stitch, it might come up. I got mine off of, see, this says visit us at Austin Threads Crafts on Facebook, but I don't know if that'll actually work. I got mine from Susan's Cross Stitch, I think. I don't know, it was a while ago. And this is where I'm at. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Joblin in black. That is not easy. Let me put this, sorry. This is where I'm at. Look at how fantastic he looks. And he's not even finished. Like, all of that needs to be filled in. Like, I've got all these spots to fill in. I lost steam because look, this is all like 3371 on black. And he's got quite a bit of hair that comes down. It is charted to stitch all the black, but I didn't want to do that. Maybe I should have though, because then I could have had lines. God, look at how gorgeous he looks. Oh, I love him. Like, I could just like finish a little bit here and then just frame him to there. Oh, this is actually supposed to be a gift for my stepdad, but how am I supposed to let this go? He's so fantastic. I love him. I love him so much. Oh, he's so beautiful. He looks really good in the camera compared to like looking at him up close in person. Oh, he's so fantastic. I just need to figure out how to get this finished. Like, I even tried like white chalk. I've tried the sulky thread gridding it so that'd be easier. It's no use, not on black. It's too difficult. Okay, next one is my oldest angel. This is another Heaven and Earth design. Do I have this cover picture? Nope. Of course I don't. This is a James Christensen. Okay, this is a James Christensen. God, I really should put cover pictures in all these just so that I have them. The oldest angel. I think, nope, it's just, I cropped out both sides and then a bunch on the a couple rows on the bottom because it was all just sky and rock, so it wasn't needed. I'm doing this one on 28 count, easy count, even weave. Look at this. I'm just trying to straighten this out a little bit for you guys. Not very far on it, but page 1 is all done. Page 2 is, well, 2 wherever it ended is almost done. I just have to do, you know, the top of his head. That's like his hat. So it's an angel holding a candlestick standing on a rock in a night sky. And as it goes down, it's like a sunrise, like it starts to turn pink and stuff, but I have most of that chopped off because, like I said, it's mostly just rock and sky. I don't need all that. This is all this blue color, all of this. So you can see the candle outlined. And this is arm, hand. That's all this blue color. So that's a lot of stitching. I don't know what color that. 939. 939. Yep, that's what all this is. Yeah, I think this one was my first Heaven and Earth design that I started. So it's really pretty. I just need to like work on it like everything else in my stack, right? What's next? This one I think is No Cause for A-Llama, right? No Cause for A-Llama. This one was a kit by Brothy Threads. I split this one with a friend. We split the cost. I got Brothy Thread gives you 2 patterns. They give you one with the back stitch and one without the back stitch. She kept the one without the back stitch, and then I just scanned her a copy of this one. So I got the other one, and then I got the fabric. She kept the floss. It worked for us. Not a big deal. So the fabric that came with the kit is I think it's 14 count Aida. Yep, 14 count Aida with these little speckles all over it. And then she just gave me the DMC list. Like she converted the floss. Well, I have the list. I have the list, and she helped me convert the colors because she kept the floss, like I said. That is where I'm at. Ugh. No Cause for A-Llama. Cute, huh? That's so cute. This guy, another Game of Thrones. This is a big one. Game of Thrones. I had this one converted by Sarah the StitchinMommy. So, and then I got it printed and spiral bound because I'm fancy like that, but I don't actually use the book. I use Pattern Keeper. I am not far on this at all. This one probably will never get done in my lifetime, which is very sad. Somebody else is working on this, like, because another person was selling this pattern as well. So I know somebody else is working on that, and they have a lot more done, and it's just, I'm like, no, I want to do that. So this is all I have. Look at all those threads. Look at that mess. So I started here, got that page done, got this page done, did this page, got that one done, and then I was starting this page, and I was like, wait a minute. Why am I doing all that background for no reason whatsoever? All that top bit? I don't need to do that. So I started cropping it. This is where it'll be. I'll just frame up to there. And then I went on to that. I didn't finish that page. I just have a couple more blocks left in that page, and decided I wanted to see what the mountain's face looked like. So I did that, and then I ended up with all these tails, which I need to stop doing that and just work color by color, or, you know, cross country or whatever, and not make myself a mess like this again. So yeah, this is another 28 count, easy count, even weave. I like this fabric. I have a lot of this fabric. I buy it from Mo Sale in yards. Like, I buy a full yard of it. I am stitching this 1/1 full cross, and I really wish I wasn't. I started this in 2018. Before, like I said, this is my first full coverage, so I wasn't really aware of, you know, cross stitch or full coverage techniques and stuff like that. If I could, I would switch to 1/1 or 2/1 tent, but I think it's too late. I think it would really mess it up. So yeah, I really, yeah, I'm right here. I really need to like work if I want more of this done, right? It's not just gonna happen by itself. But yeah, that is that beaut. And lastly, this is my last one. This is my only one with Paco thread organizers, and it's quite nice. I haven't stitched on this one much. I'm not going to show a picture. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to show you my progress because I don't need flack for it. Yeah, I don't need anybody telling me what is what. I haven't worked on this one in a while. I was gonna just do all the black, or at least most of it, until I got tired of it. This is the top row. I think this is 3 pages worth. I think that's 3 pages worth of the black in it. It's only gonna be that big. But yeah, that's it. Can't say much else about it. All right, that is the last of my whips, guys. Woo! It only took an hour. I can't believe it took an hour. I need to get my daughter on Zoom. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.